Hi, just going to give you a video here to explain the next earnings release indicator for TradeStation. This is a ShowMe indicator for both RadarScreen and the chart analysis window, and basically it allows you to know what the next scheduled earnings release date for a stock will be, the time of day when that release is scheduled to occur, the EPS estimate, the number of calendar days from the current date into the upcoming release date, and there's a earnings history that shows the 5 prior earnings reports if there was a beat or a miss. And basically this is the indicator, and we also have some information in the commentary window in the chart analysis window. If you click on that, there's a link to the Zacks webpage for the selected stock, as well as some other additional information. And if you have any questions, here's the email, and here's our website. So send us an email or take a look at the website. There's some things there that might answer your questions. And before we get going, I wanted to show you the legal information. I would encourage you to pause the video and read through this. Basically, we're saying that everything we do is for educational purposes only. There's no financial advice given. We're not making any type of recommendations to buy or sell any type of financial instrument, and you're totally and fully responsible for all your trading or investing decisions. And we encourage you to get the training or the advice from the appropriate professionals to help you out with that. Okay, so let's get going here. First of all, I'm going to show you the this is the PDF that's on the TradeStation webpage. That kind of gives you the instructions and various helpful information about the indicator, what the different inputs, what their default values are, what the different things you can do to set up the indicator, and the different formats you can create. We'll go through that a little bit later in the video, but this is kind of gives you the definition and the detail. And there's, like I say, there's one for RadarScreen, for chart analysis, and then some different notes about how it can be used. A couple screen captures to show you the RadarScreen and the chart analysis. But probably the big thing you want to pay attention to is the installation instructions here, because you have to do some code to install a DLL, as well as the actual ELD file that has the TradeStation indicator. So the first thing you're going to want to do is click on this link here. This will go to the page that has the package you'll need to install. Basically click on the download, and then you're going to pick, depending on if you have a 32-bit or 64-bit system, you'll want to pick the appropriate exe and install that, and that should go pretty quickly. And then after you do that, like I said, there's a couple DLL files, and what you'll need to do is copy those into your TradeStation program directory. And again, based on your operating system, it'll most likely be in either C program files, TradeStation program, or C program files, x86 TradeStation program. And just to show you kind of quickly what that looks like, I've copied like these these are the two DLL files that you'll have, that they'll be on the TradeStation website as well. And so you'll need to just click over here, program files, TradeStation program, and boom, you just paste them in there. And it'll do that. Now, need admin privileges, but you should be able to do that on your computer. And so you'll put the DLL files in here, and so that'll be done. And then the next thing you need to do is create this directory here. This is basically a kind of a backup directory for the indicator. If we can't get to the website data for some reason, we just make kind of a copy here to use until we can regain communications. And so if you want to have that extra level of help there just to make sure things are running smoothly, you'll need to create that directory. And let's see, we'll say new folder, and you can call this anything you want. It's just the TS_NER for next earnings release is just the default, and that'll need to be the same value as in the there's a dir path input in the RadarScreen indicator, and the path will need to match here, and I'll show you that when we get to the actual indicator in TradeStation. But just to let you know, you'll need to create a directory for the backup. So here we are, that's step 3. So now we're down to installing the indicator. And so when we do that, I'll pop up a window here. So when you're in RadarScreen, after you've went to the TradeStation website, I usually put them at the end. It's next earnings release RS for RadarScreen. So add that, hit OK, and then it'll start popping up the earnings date. It says it goes to the website. And you can see it just takes a little bit of time to go off and get them, and then the information will be cached up and it'll go a lot quicker the next time. But there it is. So just to give you a quick feel for what you see here, this is the earnings date, the day of the week, the actual date, and then this column here is configurable. With this AL means basically an algorithm has determined this date, and CC means that this is a company confirmed date. So when the date is company confirmed, we'll display the text in these two columns in green, just to kind of give you that little warm fuzzy that the date is we're confident in the date. And as long as it's not company confirmed, the text will say yellow. Of course, as we get closer to the date, the companies will confirm, and the indicator each day will go off to and get the data from the website. So over time these will change to green instead of yellow as we get closer to the actual date. And then you can see right here, here's the estimate, and here's the calendar days. Right now there's 41 days till American Express will report earnings. And then over here is a column that shows you the history, the beat miss history, and this is most recent to least recent. So you can see American Express has beat the last 3 quarters. 4 quarters ago they missed, and then they beat in 5 quarters ago. And I forgot this column, release time. That's the time of day that the earnings release is going to be made, and this one is before the market opens. And that's why this little asterisk you can see here, if there's something about the date that I just want you to say, kind of take it with a grain of salt, because right now, since it's not known what time of day it's going to be, we just put this out here. It could be before the market open, and obviously, depending on what you're using this information for, there could be certain different strategies. If you want to do something around earnings date and the release is before the market open, or really you needed to do something, the prior trading day. Because maybe whatever you're doing, won't be tradable until the market opens, and obviously once the earnings report is released, it's too late to do something if you really wanted to do something before the earnings release was known. So that's the RadarScreen indicator, and let's see, we can go through some of the inputs just for this says show confirmed dates set to true. That's basically this column right here. If you want to turn that off, you can say false. So you can see it, boom, 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 it goes back and updates and just shows the date. And we still have the color code, so the green, company confirmed, and still the yellow if we don't know yet. And just some preference things. Right now the default is to show the date as a text, but if you hit false, it'll show it as a number. So if you want to see the numerical representation of the date, you can do that. And let's see, so that's for RadarScreen. So then if you want to come over here, I just have a weekly chart and a daily chart just to show that any time frame it'll work on any time frame. But you can come in here, format analysis. Oh, I'm sorry, we want to insert an analysis technique. So this one is next earnings release. CH is for chart analysis. So okay, and then this is explained in the PDF. But basically there's a progression of dates here. If we're 20 days away, that's called the caution period, and so if we're inside 20 days, we'll display the color in yellow. And once we get inside the imminent kind of period, which is closer to the earnings date, we'll change the color. So the default is red. So 20 days away yellow, 10 days away is red. And this true just allows the commentary text to show up in the commentary window that I'll show you later. And obviously all these are more than 20 days away, so I'll show you right now. Nothing happens because American Express is 41 days away from reporting, so we're not going to show you anything because that's obviously 41 is bigger than 20. So if we want to do something here, we can just come in here, format analysis technique, find this, say format, and let's just change that to 70 days away. Say okay, okay, and now boom, this pops up. Next earning release 41 days, and that's calendar days. This is, like it says, still the same. This is calendar days, so just be aware it's not trading days. That's calendar days away. So you can see this is in a weekly report, and just for grins, we'll come over here and put this in the daily as well, and let's go ahead and bump it up to 70 just so you can see it pop up. And boom, here we are in the daily chart. So just to show you, any time frame it'll work. It'll show up on the last the bar, candle, whatever you have it set to. And the other thing, you can come in here and go to the commentary window. Click on this, and you'll see, here we are, the date, unknown right now. This will be before market, during market, after market hours, or unknown. And right now it's unknown. And here's the estimate, and then boom, here's a link to the Zacks website. We can click on that, and here we have a little more detail and a little more information from the Zacks website about the earnings report, or about the stock itself. Oh, there you go. And so that's that, and we'll close that out. And so and that's basically it. And just to show you, if you put in, I don't know, something that's not a stock, it's just going to come up and say not supported, and obviously nothing will show up over here as well since that's not a stock. And if we get like an ETF, it's going to show that that's not available as well. And again, since these are linked, the chart changes, but again, nothing shows up because since we have no information for an ETF, there aren't earnings reports on an ETF. So just to show you, for all the stocks that we have in the database, boom, it'll pop up and give you the information that's currently known. And as you keep this up, this indicator each day will go out to the website and get the latest information. So over time, like I say, all these should turn green as we get closer to the actual date, and the company confirms that. So that's pretty much it, and just wanted to let you know how to install this indicator, how to get that going with the DLL file, and getting the redistributable package, the Microsoft 2013 package that you need, and where to put all that, just since this is a little different than a normal indicator. So if you have any questions, the email and the website was at the start of this presentation. You can go back to that and let us know, and try it out and see what you think. Thanks.